I'm sorry if I don't know that much vocabulary about space, but yeah.
Not a problem. Are you ready? Oh, okay. We're going. Your brother is recording us, so I got you. So,
Okay.
first of all, thank you for helping with my project. Could you say a little bit about yourself?
A little bit what?
Could you introduce yourself?
Okay, introduce.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Silvana. I'm 20 years, and I don't know what else I need to say. My hobbies, I like to read. Okay.
What type of things do you like to read?
Fantasy and romance things.
That's awesome. Okay. Uh, well, did you know that NASA is planning to send astronauts back to the moon?
I didn't know about that.
Now that you do know about it, what do you think about it?
I think it's cool. I would like to know about why, but yeah, I think it's cool. What are the reasons?
Well, there's many reasons I could give you, but in my mind, it all comes down to maybe your answer to this next question. When you think about the future of humanity, say 200 years in the future, what does it look like to you? Like, where do you think humanity will be in 200 years?
Will be, I don't know. Everything will be so technological at that time. It's difficult to like know how it's going to be in 200 years. But I don't know. I really don't know.
Well,
Maybe we don't have a lot of phone and those things anymore.
maybe a
Meditation.
maybe a better question I should have asked you is, in 200 years, how do you want it to be?
Healthy. I want it to be healthy. And I don't know, with more medical things, with animals being like around us and everything. I don't like the future that everyone sees with flying cars and everything. That's not something that I'm looking for.
Maybe more integrated between humanity and nature, where it's like life is more like a park than it is like big concrete buildings, maybe.
Yes, like a park, something like a park. But I don't know. It's difficult to explain how I look at it.
But do you think in 200 years we have people living on the moon and on Mars and other places?
I don't think. Well, maybe some astronauts will be in Mars, like doing those kind of projects, like trying to, I don't know, make food, kill tips there or something like that. Tomatoes in Mars to find life there, but I don't think like normal people will be living there, just like the ones that are how do I say it, with that have the knowledge to that.
Do you think at some point, maybe it's not 200 years, but 1,000 years or 10,000 years, that humanity should expand beyond the Earth? Or do you think we'll always mainly be only on the Earth?
Maybe in one future we'll be expanding to another planet. I wouldn't like it that way, but maybe in some years, in some future.
Now, you wouldn't like it that way for yourself, or you wouldn't like it that way for humanity to do that?
I wouldn't like it for humanity. I wouldn't.
Can you tell me a little bit more about why you feel that way?
I think humans destroy everything around them. It's something that humans do. We waste everything. So I
I think it may be hard for me to give you good reasons to go back to the moon then, because in my mind, I see going back to the moon as being a step towards humanity expanding out. And I really think those two things are like tied together. So it's like if you don't see that as like the future, then it doesn't make sense to go to the moon.
It makes sense to go to the moon. Maybe, yeah, it's tied up to going to any other planet or something like that. And I completely understand it, but I wouldn't like it that way.
Now, if you could, would you take a trip to space?
No,
No?
no,
Do you fly on airplanes?
I do.
Do you like to fly?
Well, I don't really like. I like it, but all the trips, all the flights that I've been, I spend the time in the airplane sleeping, so I don't really like care about it.
Oh, it's just. Oh, what's the longest trip you've been on?
A 12-hour fly to what was um Vienna, Austria.
Now, what if you could do that trip in 30 minutes on a rocket? Would that be of interest to you?
No, I will be really scared if it was that fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even if like millions of other people already had gone?
Oh well, maybe no if I knew that people that it's safe.
Hmm.
But maybe I would if other people had to it.
Well, that's pretty much all the questions I had. Did you have any questions for me or anything else that you think would be good for people looking back at this video in 200 years to know about?
I would like to know what do you think about humanity living in other planet?
I think humanity is a good force. I know we have our problems, but at the same token, we have our good parts too. Like, we have the ability to, like, as far as we know, like, the entire universe doesn't have any life in it. I mean, maybe it does, and we find it, that's good. But it's also possible that maybe all the life in the entire universe is only on Earth. And almost feel like if that's the case, then it's like our responsibility to spread that life throughout the universe. But that's more of an opinion. There's like no way I can justify that. It's just my own feeling.
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah, it's okay. So,
But I know, I think we are very wasteful. We have to learn some way to create a circular economy where we make things, use them, and then those things get made into other things, and we don't need to, like, it needs to go in a circle without
yes, yes.
consuming and producing trash.
I I think that what human beings do is like they made I don't know, they create something that wasted a lot. So they create something to like I don't know how to turn the things to a better way. I don't know how to say it really, but I don't know if you understand me. For example, electricity. The light bulbs before waste a lot of energy and everything, and now they don't. I don't know.
Right,
The
right.
cars, everything.
Yeah, like, now we have the LED lights that last a long time and don't take much energy, and then like cars that become more fuel efficient and cheaper to make, that type of thing.
Yes. So maybe humanity is not that wasteful at the end of the day.
I think if you come to Houston, I mean, Mexico City has natural mountains around it. But I think in 200 years, Houston may have man-made mountains around it from all the trash we produced.
Yes, thank you so much. And
Maybe,
yes,
but we don't know.
bye.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
thank you so much for your time. It was such a pleasure to talk to you and get to meet you face to face.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll let
Thank
you
you.
talk to your brother.